It's such a struggle, man. It's such a struggle. Add these to the box of struggle. I feel like I'm getting more and more of a picture of where the weakness is in my body. Basically, everything on the side of me seems to be not good. All these sagittal plane movements, squats, deadlifts, bilateral stands, has really surprisingly weakened the hell out of me on the side. The first 20 years of my life I've spent working on muscles essentially on the side of me. Spending most of my time on one leg playing sports like football and then later on more seriously basketball. I struggle with wide stands. I struggle with anything wide stands, box squats, you name it. I'm very tight in the adductors. That's a challenge to me. Now these side planks are very difficult for me. So this is the 8th set and I did 30-second holds. I tried lifting the top leg up like a star. By the way, one of you guys gave me this idea. I can't do it properly. I'm very conscious of it. It's just a struggle. It's a struggle. The side obliques, for some reason, don't like this position. I can't, flex my hip up. I can't lift the top leg up because the bottom leg just screams. I start to get a bit of an idea, that same type of feeling that hip pain gives me when it's at its worst. It's kind of like the same type of pain, right? The same strand, the same fiber. This exposes it. Very much so. So anyway, that was the workout today. I woke up yesterday, from yesterday's session today, I woke up sore, as predicted. Hamstrings are sore, side glute is sore, and like the really high hamstring glute tie-in, that's also sore. And I keep thinking to myself, man, like I don't run, I don't play sports, all of these things that we, get good at with unilateral stuff. I don't do that anymore. Everything that I do is 2 legs. So much so that, I worked up to 160 back squat, sore everywhere, racked it, took the weights off, and I'm sitting there, I'm thinking to myself, man, I've got another like 10 or 15 minutes. Do I do some upper body stuff? Kind of started walking away, and then I saw my son was riding that stationary bike in the background, and I thought, let me just jump on here for a sec. Just let's ride it for a little bit. I got 10 minutes, whatever. And then as I'm sitting there riding that thing, I start feeling my hips and kind of like trying to palpate where the activation is. Surprise, surprise. The glute medius, the glute minimus, TFL, all that fires up with each push of the bike pedal. It's getting activated. If I lean over on the bike, it's more kind of glute max, I feel. If I sit more upright, it's glute medius and minimus. So I find that interesting. I get off the bike, readjust it, and I'm like, let me set it up kind of to my height and whatever. And so then I put a timer on and I do 15 minutes of riding the bike, and I start adjusting that little brake thing, which increases the intensity of each push. And I put it up to such a level where I don't have to stand up on the bike. I can still kind of continuously go without fatiguing too much, and I can put up, 10, 15 minutes. 2 things happened. I got a pump in the quad, ever so slightly, after hundreds and hundreds of reps. There's a pump there, that's for sure. That's kind of nice. But also, there is a pump on top of a pump in the side glute. And I'm like, that's interesting. I've got a push bike. I don't ride it. I mean, I used to ride to school and whatever, ride to university, but I don't ride it anymore. I drive my car everywhere. So that's not a thing. But this stationary bike I got years ago after my wife gave birth to our first child. She wanted to kind of lose weight and not go to the gym and whatnot. And so we bought her that, and she used to use it for a little while. And then you kind of got forgotten and got passed around the family. And, a few months ago, you got given back to us. So he's just been sitting there. You know, I walk past it every day. You got me thinking, man. You got me thinking. You know, I'm thinking about all these different ways to target the side glute, and it seems to be the unilateral stuff does it. The RDLs from yesterday, they do it. Pushing the pedal on a bike, you know, riding bikes, that does it. Side planks, they do it to an extent, although I feel like the obliques get the primary heat. Interesting. All of the side of me is weak, and I feel like there's compensations happening in my body because of that, and pain arises. You know, the adductor tightness and the piss weak side glutes, I think that's a related thing, man. That's a related matter. It has to be. So I think you get the side glute strong, the adductor releases. That's the gut feeling I have, man. It has to be like that. I'm piss weak, and this is why the TFL is screaming. This is why I get hip pain anytime I get after it in the squats. Why that is, I don't know, man. Like I've been so active over these years, training hard, but it's all bilateral, and for some reason the glute medius doesn't freaking like to train when you got two legs on the ground. It's weird, man. It's weird. So, all right, it's another tool into the box. I might mess around with the bike a little bit more. Maybe be like, you know, warm it up before I start hitting the glute with the RDLs and whatever with the heavy weight. I'll continue to do some more research to kind of work out what the best is for the glute. Seems to me like just simply going for a freaking run is probably the best for it. Interesting. Or even a bike ride or something like that. I feel like my glute, you know, my side glutes were stronger before I even started training with the barbell. Isn't that freaking interesting? Anyway, guys, so I got. I'm going to get ready to go to work. I wish I could go back to the bike now and do some more stuff on the bike, but it'll have to wait. I have to go shower and get ready and go to work. Like always, guys, much appreciated. Thank you for all the support, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.